Hey, what's going on, guys? So we are back after trail. We're back at the garage. So today is the day we're gonna do upgrades. We found out weak is our steering. So we're gonna call this, let me show you guys. We're gonna call this Muscle Up the Dana 30. So we're gonna be doing quite a bit to the front end, the steering and the diff. So let's explain right here on my little board, my little checklist of what's gonna happen, and that way I could explain it a little better, so you guys could see. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna strip the whole steering, the whole front end of it, and we're gonna weld the over the axle bracket for our track bar. So we got that one's in. We're gonna cut off the steering stabilizer bracket because we're gonna relocate that or take it off, so probably relocate it, but you guys will see everything. We're gonna reinforce the C's on the diff, which, look at my picture, you like my differential picture? Which is this, I'll show you right now. And then we're also gonna weld the axle tubes to the this thing, the carrier, or the cast. So, and I'm gonna preheat that. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do it. I mean, remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just the guy that knows a little bit about a lot of things, not everything about one thing. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna weld it. Hopefully it should work. I've welded this type of material before. So we're gonna hit it. We're gonna weld it hot. We're gonna hit it good. And then we're gonna install the over the knuckle steering. The whole kit. I got the whole kit. So we're gonna be doing that. And because you guys saw it, it broke. Of course, we're gonna weld our new track bar bracket right here, which, check it out, I did pick it up from Trail Forge. This one's it. I got the 6-inch plus one for a 6-inch lift or more. So we're gonna weld this one, the thing on this one, I'm gonna weld it super strong, because eventually, this is for another video, eventually I'm thinking I'm gonna put some hydro assist on it. I already have it in my head. I already know where to get all the parts, and I'm gonna hopefully do it for a really low cost. So I already have it in my head, but that's for another video. So this, I'm gonna have to weld it, I mean, super strong. So, and I'll show you guys my welds. So yeah, I like this bracket. I mean, they welded it pretty good. It comes pretty good from Trail Forge. So I mean, that we're gonna be welding that today. So yeah, guys, so this is our plan. But yeah, guys, so first things first, let me get this thing up in the air, start stripping the front end. A lot of people take the spring off before putting this bracket on, but what I'm gonna do, because this is what you want, I mean, it's really good fitment, but it needs a little bit better fitment, but it's all right, not a big issue. The only thing I'm gonna have to trim a little is this right here. Not a big issue. I like the bracket, perfect, not perfect, but close enough. Reason is why I'm gonna do that, because what I've seen people, they leave a little gap between, because I could weld it right there, no problem, right? But there's a little bit of gaps, and when you're gonna weld something that you're gonna depend on a lot, you don't want gaps. You want it as close to perfect as possible, because check that out. So there's that gap there, right? And what I could do, of course, I could just bolt it like that, close the gap up, and done. I already checked if I could open or close that. No, that's not the issue. I could do it like that, but I leave gaps. Let me show. I don't know if you could see, there's gaps between metal and metal. You don't want gaps. You want it at least touching. See? And I could look, see up here, the bracket up here where my pinky's at. I want that touching. I don't want to fill it. I could fill it, but I don't want to. You don't want to fill it. you want to get it as close to the metal as possible, so it could, because I'm gonna bevel this a little bit, that way I could really get some hardcore badass welds on it. But see over here, it's touching, right? So I got gaps. So I want to get it like that, where it's touching up there. You guys can see where my pinky's at, and right here. But it's not touching over here, because I'm gonna weld it over here too. So, and the reason it's not, it's easy fix. It's right here. That's the issue. So I'm gonna grind that off a little bit, and then I'll bring you guys back once I got the final fix. All right, guys. So I got it fitted. I'm gonna take it off right now and show you what I grinded. But man, did I get it right on the money? Right on the money. No gaps. I'm gonna weld all this. No gaps down here. Check it out. Hopefully you guys can see it's touching the metal. So we're gonna bevel this a tad, bevel this, and then we're gonna hit it. We're gonna weld it over here too. No gaps on that one. It's touching the spring. I think it's called perch. Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll call it that. So it's touching that. So that's gonna be welded all the way around. So yeah, guys, it was just very little that I had to grind. Let me put the camera down so I can show you guys right quick. And it went on good. Check it out. They did an awesome job building it. But right there, no shit, right here, you guys could see right there. Just did it. Put the grinding wheel right in there. Grinded a very little bit off of it. But man, the fitment is next to perfect. I love it. I love the way it's gonna fit. Now the fitment for welder, fitment is key when you're welding. Fitment is key. If you don't got a good fitter, you're gonna have a hard time. But yeah, guys, so now I'm gonna just mark it with the marker, every spot I'm gonna hit with the weld, and clean it up. Bring you guys back out as soon as I tack it, because I'm gonna all right guys, so we're ready to tack. I already prepped it. Prep work is key work. So, and I already changed my wire. Already threw a little practice, little bead. Check it out. Not too bad. Remember, I always throw a practice bead, even if you're a pro, which I'm not. But look at that. Hopefully I could do the same thing over there. So I already prepped this one as well, beveled it, prepped it all the way. So throw my practice bead. Time to super glue it to the Jeep. All right, guys, I got it tacked in. Those are just tacks. Tack there, tack there, tack there, tack back there, tack everywhere. So I like the fitment. Beautiful. Time to hit it. All right, guys, check it out. All done, though. Check out the weld. Not to toot my own horn. All the way around here, guys. There. All the way in the bottom. Hidden in there. All the way around there, guys. So, oh, I'm gonna tack it right at the bottom. So yeah, guys, this thing ain't going anywhere. This thing is solidly mounted. And you always want to do your hammer test, just to make sure you super glued it really good. But yeah, guys, donezo. Not too bad, may I say so. So yeah, guys, I like it. So now the other part. So we're done with this bracket. It's mounted solid. This thing is not going anywhere anytime. So now my next venture, let me clean it all up and I'll bring you guys back out once it is welded. So that is the before. So, and I already cut off that steering stabilizer bracket. It's cut off. So now let's try the weld. So I'm gonna heat it up for a little bit, guys, and then I'm gonna weld it, and then I'll bring you guys back out. All right, because I can't hold the camera. Oh man, my torch. Let me continue heating it. All right, guys, not too bad. So we're done. Done welding that. Also, I ended up doing the whole thing, not skip weld. The one I did skip welds was on this one because I couldn't get to all of it because of the brackets. But I mean, doesn't look too bad. And I could tell it did, hopefully it glued really good. Let's put it that way. So yeah, guys, we're done with the welding. I know I still got to do some braces for this right here, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today. Hey guys, so it's today already, like I showed you guys, all that is done. Today's the next day. The parts finally showed up, so let me show you where I got them from. All right, so check it out. This is where I got them from. I got I know the bracket I got from Trail Forged. I did want to go, I mean, I was gonna go with Trail Forged, but then I found this company, BK Fabrications, and I did pay for the whole thing. This is what came in the box. I paid $269 plus shipping. It was $30 for shipping. So I like it. I love the welds and all of it. I love all the welds they did on it. It is made in the USA, if you guys could see. So yeah, guys, it is super beefy, super strong. I love it, and it does come with a good set of, I mean, it's pretty common sense how to install it, but I mean, I guess if you don't have a lot of skills, I mean, this is something somebody with no skills could do, but it comes with a set of instructions, what you need and all that stuff. I already have the drill bit. The good thing, it shows you the torque specs. So 150 foot-pounds of torque. So, I mean, that's the only thing I guess I'm going to use from the instructions, because like I said, it's pretty simple to install. It comes with all the hardware here, everything you need. I love this thing. I love it. It looks good. I mean, and it's super beefy. I could tell a big difference. This is definitely, next thing I'm probably gonna break is probably the gearbox or the knuckles. That's the other bad thing, that, because you drill it out, so you do weaken the knuckles a little bit, but we'll see how long they hold. You guys will be witness if they hold or not. Right now I put the old one on because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. That way I don't have to take it to the lineman shop. But you guys can see bracket, track bar is on there. Track bar probably still going to have to adjust it a little bit. But, and I'm still leaving the pitman arm drop, the rough country. I'll show you guys right now. I'll pull out and I'll show you why those break. It's not that they're just cheap material. There's a reason for them, they break. And I'll show you because I got proof of why they break. But I'll pull the tie rod ends and I'll show you why. But yeah, guys, bracket ready. Just gotta drill those. Let's get them drilled and let's get it installed. Hello, Leo. He's playing with his little, well, my RC car. But yeah, guys, so let's get to it. Let me paint them up, and then I'll bring the camera up once I start drilling. All right, guys, so drilling is the hardest part. Drilling the pitman is the hardest. I already got the pitman drilled. It was tough. That was the one that took me the longest to drill, that pitman. And this is what I used. I bought the 5/8 bit, but I had these from Snap-on Freight / Harbor Freight. These helped out, because I don't know why the pitman is so tough. I don't know if it's the material, but I used these from Harbor Freight. I had them here, so I kind of used them to help me to use the bit. But for the knuckle, 2 seconds to drill it with this bit. I hit it from the bottom, hit it from the top, easy. Right now I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do because I don't wanna get it aligned. All right, guys, so this is what I did. I just tacked that. I mean, nothing strong, just a slight tack. I cut it to size. And now, we'll be able to take this, and I also took measurements, but now my toe should not be moving at all, as long as I don't break those welds, because I just tacked it. So now check it out. That's off. That's holding it right there, because I cut it right to the size, and our toes the same. So now time to drill the bottom ones. Look at that clean drill. So I'm gonna drill the bottom ones, and then of course I'm gonna take measurements just to make sure. But yeah, that's my little trick right there, so my toe don't move. Saves me 80 bucks on the alignment. So let me go ahead and drill, and then I'll bring it back up when it's time to assemble everything. All right, good tip. If you like to work outside of your house and you don't have a garage, make sure you keep it clean. That way your wife doesn't complain of you working outside. That's my tip. All right, guys, check this out. Check out our steering. Look at that. We hardly have an angle. I wish I would have, I gotta get a little better at doing these videos. I wish I would have taken angle measurements of how steep our angles were on this one and on our track bar. Look at that track bar bracket. Everything looks good. Man, we got plenty, and what I mean plenty of clearance. The only thing now, I gotta figure out something because we're probably gonna hit that diff cover. So, but we'll leave that for another day. But guys, look at that. Plenty of room now. Plenty of clearance. All right, guys, so check it out. Look at those angles. Man, this is smooth. Look at our track bar bracket. Right to where this one's at, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. And then, all right, so everything that got done. So we installed this one, the tie rod in, from our gearbox to the knuckle. We got this one in from BK Fabworks, I believe. I paid $269, so I think it was a hell of a deal. Awesome, look at that, love it. The fitment was perfect. I like the angles of the bends on the pipe, on the tubes, whatever. I like the bends, they're not excessive. They're awesome. I like the fitment, the instructions, because the instructions, I mean, it's common sense how to do this. The only thing that I use in the instructions is how much you're supposed to torque these. So these go torque to 150 foot-pounds. That's a lot. I wouldn't have thought to torque them that tight, but yeah, 150 foot-pounds, all of them got torqued to 150 foot-pounds. So you guys can see they provided all the hardware. Nothing did I need to buy. Nothing. The only thing, of course, because I got rid of, you guys could see, we cut off that the steering stabilizer bracket from the diff because it was going to be hanging way down here. So we cut it off. We're not going to be using that steering stabilizer. We're sticking to this one. Look at the angle of this one. This one's straight, solid. So we're using this one. I made this bracket out of that 316 plate that I have. Kept on using it, so we already drove it. It drove good before, but now it drives better. Reason is I feel less tension, less stress on the steering, because look at our angles, guys. Our angles are like almost flat, which is great for when this goes up and down. Our diff articulates up and down. It won't be moving our diffs up and sideways. It should be just going straight up and down, up and down. So that bracket, I went with the 6-inch lift plus bracket, and I loved it. Easy to weld. That one I got it from Trail Forge. It was awesome fitment. Just did a tad of grinding because I wanted a perfect fitment, and yeah, plenty of room to weld it all the way around. So yeah, guys, looks awesome. It looks awesome, and it worked. I think now, to be honest with you guys, we're gonna have room for more articulation. I'm pretty sure we are, but I don't think I have the clearance for the amount of articulation that we're supposed to be able to get now with the tires sticking out. So eventually I'll have to upgrade to, or just change out the wheels to something thinner with a different offset, so they could kind of, because these, when I flex, they get right here. So if I get thinner wheels, different offset, hopefully I could get them to tuck in there. But check it out, guys. That's our pitman arm, and yes, I am using our pitman drop from Rough Country. And I'll show you guys why everybody complains about them. I got proof, of course. And this channel, I'm gonna prove everything I do. I'm gonna prove to you that this is good stuff or bad stuff, because we're gonna go test it. This is not for show. This is all gonna hit the trails. Next video is gonna be a good one. We're gonna try something new. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna test it. Everything here is gonna get tested. It's not like, oh, you should buy it. No, we're gonna test it. If it breaks, it breaks. If it don't break, it don't break. But I'll show you guys why I'm keeping that pitman arm. And yeah, because it drops it, so it gave me, look at that angle. It's like beautiful angle. It's like not a steep angle. So I got a lot of room for articulation now, but I don't think I have the clearance here to take full advantage of it. So eventually we'll figure something out about these wheels. So I mean, there's gonna be a lot less stress everywhere now. I could feel it just by driving. I could feel less stress. So yeah, guys, awesome. Now let's go show you why I did all this. It's not just the whole buy it for show. I'm gonna show you why, and I'm gonna show you that that pitman arm, that Rough Country, hopefully, because it hasn't broken on me. I think it should have broken already, but I think something else broke to prevent that. Let's show you guys. All right, guys, so I got this set up. I'm gonna show you why I'm keeping that pitman arm and why they fail. So, all right, this is our original steering linkage, right? So this one, you guys can see, is the one I bent the first time. And when I was running this one, I did run it partially with the original pitman arm, and then I did run it with the rough country pitman arm. But what nobody tells you, if you take off this boot, this is why things break. Check that out. So this goes like this, right? So due to the angle, the lift that I had, this would pivot down. And check this out. Look how it bent. That's pretty strong. It bent this actual tie rod. It bent it over here. That's because the articulation we have, that this goes down. So that would hit right there. And of course, it would get to a point where the tension here would be so strong that that's why they snap pitman arms. So I mean, I wouldn't have seen this if my boot wouldn't have torn. I'm like, oh, let me just take it off. And that's where I see that. You could see it right there where this was riding. There you go. And this is how, oh, my bad. This is how it goes. So you could see when I would flex, let's see, when I would flex, this would pivot down and it would bind right there. So imagine the weight of the differential on this and this. That's a lot of weight. That's why things fail. That's why these pitman arms fail, especially if you get those the rough country one. Not because they suck, it's because of course they are longer. So the longer it is, the less strength you get. So you might be thinking, oh, you got that just because you were running the original one. Well, guess what? Right now when I took it off, with this one, you guys saw it, this one we just replaced. And that's the one that broke, so now I got plenty of spare parts that I can't use. But check this out. So I was like, nah, maybe it was because I used the original one on this one that caused that. But no, right now I have that drop pitman arm, and I have, this one was brand new. And look, it's not as excessive. Hopefully you guys could really see. But you could see, look, you could see where even with the drop bracket, that drop pitman arm, it was still binding. So eventually, if I continued riding with it, of course, on the rough country one, eventually, because it is longer, it would have snapped that rough country pitman arm. And that's why a lot of people say rough country pitman arms. I mean, other parts of rough country, yeah, they do suck. But their pitman arms, that's why people say, nah, they suck, take them off. No, it's not that they suck. Is that you're not paying attention to this binding piece right there. That's why they break. It's longer, so it's going to be weaker, obviously, when it comes to binding like that. So, you guys could see it right there. This one was my brand new one. I think this is only hitting, what, two or three trails? I caused that right there. That little bend right there. Hopefully, you guys could see it. So, that's only with 2 trails. Imagine if I'm every weekend go on hard trails, I would have broken it. 3 more trails, either this would have broken, or I'm pretty sure that pitman arm would have broken. And I wasn't gonna take this one off. The boot was torn, so I'm like, pretty sure the same thing happened that happened to this one. This one's excessive, this one is happening, but that means that, imagine, this drops, so your whole differential, the whole weight of the differential on one side is leaning on this. Leaning on this. The whole diff, when it pivots down, it's leaning on this, so it's gonna, something's gonna give. I'm pretty sure that's why my other one that snapped here, it was a weaker material, cheap material like this one. That's why it snapped. So we went down, the diff went down, and the pitman held, this held, and that was our next weakest link, weakest point. So that's why it snapped there. So see guys, everything has a reason. There's a reason for everything. So now, would I recommend everybody do this upgrade? No, because this steering is good steering. It's strong. The WJ steering, a lot of people that have XJs, if you see an XJ, TJ, their steering is thin. It is very thin steering. So this is good steering. But that good steering, if you only have like a small lift, maybe 4 inches of lift, 33s, I would roll with this with 33s. And if you don't hit hard trails, if you just go camping, mild trails on the weekend, this is good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna try to tell you, oh, you have to upgrade. No, this is good steering. For mild, beginner, camping, this is good steering. It's good enough. But now if you're gonna hit the rocks, you're gonna make your diff articulate, you're gonna be flexing, yes, then you guys saw it. I can't just tell you, yes, you need it. You guys seen it. I've broken this twice. This one bent it, this one bent, you guys could see, and then my second one snapped. So I proved it to you guys. That is the weakest link in the front end. So now with the setup we have, I can't wait to go test it out, prove it to you guys, show you guys how it works, and all that good stuff. So what's next? Hitting the trail is next, guys. We gotta hit the trail. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go, I don't know, people call it rock landing, I guess. I call it rock camping. I'm gonna go do a rock trail, pretty difficult one, probably a 6 or 7-ish. Try the steering out, try all that out, and then we're gonna camp out there because the weather's getting cooler down here. We can go right here to our neighboring city, and we're gonna hit the trail, guys. I mean, we're gonna test it out. There's plenty more upgrades to do, a little bit at a time, as things break. I don't wanna just upgrade. No, as things break, if I could prevent things from breaking, I'll do it. But I don't wanna just throw a bunch of money because all this gets expensive. I mean, for the steering, it wasn't a bad price. I paid $369 for the steering. The bracket, I paid, I think, $69, 70 bucks from Trail Forge, but both the steering components and the bracket, totally worth it. So we spend close to about, I would say 400 bucks for everything total. 400 bucks. Oh, and the drill bit. Sorry, guys. Let me show you the drill bit I used. I only used one bit. One drill bit. This is the bit I used. It's 5/8 bits, and it's still good because I'm gonna use it to drill this one out to carry it as a spare. So, tip, whenever you guys use plenty of oil when you're drilling, and drill your pitman arm first. First pitman arm, knuckles drill like this, quick and easy. So, do yourself a favor, drill yourself your pitman arm first, then worry about everything else. And man, just keep it oiled. And I'm still gonna save this one because it's still good. So, and you'll just need one bit. That's all I needed. I didn't have to buy the other thing that they sold. I don't remember what it's called. Now I went with this one. Got it at Ace Hardware. Did the whole job. Did all 1, 2, 3, all 4 holes with it. Plenty of oil. I used plenty of batteries. Oh, other thing I also used, I had these. I didn't buy them on purpose. I had these to help me out because drilling this sucker, I don't know why it's so damn tough. So I use this because when I got with the bit, I got halfway there, and then to help it out, I use this to grind it so it could be a little bit easier. So I mean, you don't need them. I'm pretty sure the bit would have done it. It would just take me longer. But yeah, I use these. Got them at at Harbor Freight. Snap-on Freight. That's what we call it at the shop. So yeah, that's what we use. That's what I use, and got everything done. Ready to hit the trail, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any comments, want to see what angles my steering is at, you guys saw the tip on how to keep your toe straight. I kept my toe straight, so avoid paying another $80 alignment. I fixed my steering wheel. It's nice and straight and centered in now. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So now we're gonna go hit the trail. We're gonna go hit it hard with confidence that our front end, our diff, I'm pretty sure is good. CV axles, but I'm not gonna upgrade CV axles. Those, because if I upgrade CV axles, next weakest link is gonna be the carrier inside. But we don't want that to break on the trail. I'd rather break those CVs left and right. So they got lifetime warranty. So those are not gonna get upgraded. I'm not gonna upgrade them because I'd rather leave those the weakest thing, because those are easy peasy to replace. Take them off on the trail. Charlie might continue. So stay tuned, guys. Like as usual, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Motivate you guys to get out there. You know, man, this is fun. Get out there, do some wheeling, learn, practice, do all the good stuff. Thank you, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys on the road. No, not on the road. I'm gonna see you guys on the trail because that's where we're headed.